Idaho. After Idaho legislators saw marijuana ads, bill introduced to ban advertising related to illegal products. Idaho legislators introduced a bill on Wednesday to criminalize advertising illegal services or products like marijuana in Idaho. Marijuana is illegal in Idaho and in federal law, but states surrounding Idaho, like Washington, Montana, Nevada, and Oregon, have legalized marijuana for recreational use in recent years. Rep. Judy Boyle, a Republican from Midvale, told lawmakers on the House State of Affairs committees that there are advertisements for marijuana in Ohio, referencing a Idaho, referencing a billboard in Idaho near the Idaho-Oregon border and newspaper advertisements shared by Rep. Heather Scott, who is from Blanchard in North Idaho near Washington. And here's a great quote from the rep. And then another individual sent me, actually on the internet, that you can have drugs delivered to your door, delivered to your Idaho doorstep. So I thought this was a little outrageous, Boyle told the committee. And then another rep said she saw a billboard advertising marijuana in downtown Boise. So co-sponsored by Boyle and Chris Trackle, another Republican, the bill would create a new section in Idaho state criminal law to allow misdemeanor charges for any person who willfully publishes any notice or advertisement in any medium of a product or service that is illegal under Idaho law. So the House State of Affairs voted Wednesday to introduce the bill. And it goes on to say that, it's not expected to impact state or local government funds, but county sheriffs could see a benefit with fines, the bill's fiscal note estimates. So, yeah, basically people getting wild in Idaho or maybe wherever they're from, advertising their trap services, or perhaps, I don't know, we don't know if they're local or if they're crossing state lines, but they're putting word out that you can get drugs delivered to your door. And the government's not having it, so they're going to just make this illegal. What do you guys think? Elise McRoberts, High at 9 News.
Oh, man. Elise, you know what I wonder? I wonder if the drugs that she's referring to that got delivered to the door were just like Delta 8 or Delta 10 products and yeah, or just like THCA flower. And so they can't tell the difference, but yet cannabis is getting the black eye for it because it looks like cannabis packaging.
Well, and I wish there was a photo or some sort of coverage of the actual advertisement, right? Like just this quote from the guy saying, "I heard you can get drugs delivered to your door." Mm-hmm. I mean,
to me, this is very similar to Dr. Mark's story, because I'm willing to bet you that if this case is successful that Dr. Mark just covered, all right, this same thing is going to happen to all of the hemp stores in Idaho. 100%. Idaho is a very, very, very restrictive state in regards. I mean, they're talking about not being able to advertise for businesses that are in neighboring states and whatnot within their jurisdiction. And so that would not surprise me one bit whatsoever.
Unless they start restricting internet access, right?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Well, they kind of do.
Is different.
They kind of do. Yeah. They kind of do a little bit in that regard, in the sense like THCA flower. Okay, you can ship it to I think it's like 42 of the states, because 8 of the states have it banned. And so all it takes for like a state like Idaho is just to ban all of it. Simple legislative action that they could do very easily, and then them just continue to maintain that policy, and then boom, all them stores get raided and closed. Happens that fast.
Just like that?
Yep. Just like that. Mm-hmm.
So if you advertise your product online at a neighboring state, that's not going to cause anybody to...
No.
You're advertising online. You're not advertising in Idaho.
Well, no. I agree with that. There's not a law as far as advertising online. That's not what I'm saying, Dr. T. I'm talking as far as where you're actually selling the products, of actually shipping to an address within that jurisdiction. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I mean they can block it. They can block it because they have a geo.
They're gonna geofence the whole state of Idaho against cannabis, bro. You're gonna turn Idaho into basically communist China.
Isn't it Idaho that said that they were going to geofence and gate against TikTok?
I mean, I'm not opposed to
I
that.
believe it was the same damn state that said that.
I thought that was Montana that said that.
TikTok.
I thought that was Montana that.
No, I think Idaho is trying to annex Eastern Oregon.
I mean,
do you guys know about this? They're trying to make a new state out there.
What the hell?
I mean, I think Oregon is trying to make a new state because
Jason, I just Googled it. Yes, Idaho, the state legislature overwhelmingly passed House Bills 274, banning TikTok on state-issued devices and state networks.
I'm all for that. I'm 100% in favor of all that. All for that. I think every state. Well, first of all, they didn't ban it in the state. They banned it on state devices. So basically, if you are,
it said and networks, any state network.
Yeah, any state network. I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. I have no problem. That's a state provided network. That's not your own personal Wi-Fi. That is a state provided network.
If you have
that's not a state.
Network,
that's not a state provided. That's not a state provided network. No, Rico. That's a public utility. That's not a state provided network. A state provided network would be if you were in a government building and using the government Wi-Fi within that building, that would mean that. Yeah, you need to learn your definitions, but it's okay.
I'm pretty sure a state public service in Spectrum has the ability to block those ads. Just like
Spectrum may have the ability to do a lot of things, but they're not. That's not what that law says.
Do you have a VPN?
Huh?
Do you know what a VPN is?
Yeah, it's those little orange things.
No, if you have a VPN, you can actually get around stuff like that, and you can actually change your IP address to another state or another country. Get around that, but you can have ads actually within a state blocked via internet, just like Idaho is doing in this case. 100%, Jason.
Yes, but understand what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, Rico. What I'm saying is how that legislation is written. It's written that it says state, it's not public. It's state. And there's a difference.
You didn't even know what state it was.
I did. I'm the one that said Idaho.
Did you guys know Delta 8's illegal in Colorado? So you can't ship or sell Delta 8 products in Colorado.
See?
Let's have a round of applause for Colorado.
Oh man, a round of applause for Colorado. Oh yeah, here we go. And I have one last quick story for you guys.